Hello, friends. I hope everyone is doing super duper duper fantastico out there. And I hope everyone is getting an opportunity to live life and not just exist, Because things can just exist, like water can exist, rocks can exist, physics and gravity can exist, but they're not alive, nor are they aware of the passage of time, the experiences, the accumulation of, and really the interactions between things sentient and non sentient. And yeah. So I hope you are taking. I hope you are making the most of it by being sentient and by being alive and live, live, live. Don't just exist. Anyway, what am I talking about? In front of us we have a Hound, and he's decked out with two slammers. I've never done a Hound custom before, like a fan build, and this is the first one. And I mentioned on the preview that I was just kind of looking at Slammer, and he always makes me feel like he's so militaristic, yeah, with the colors and just overall his build and everything. And so I was like, man, who's really gonna fit kind of like the military gun kind of aesthetic? And I was like, oh, Hound, of course. And he's just looking at me like, yeah, bro, I've been in your collection for hella long. And I was like, you're right, you're right, you're right. And so I set to work, and I did a couple of unique things actually. First thing is the boots. Look at the boots. How they kind of like extend out like these power boots. I think that's really really neat. And I try to like kind of splay these out, just try to give it a little bit of flair. And yeah, lots of cool things going on. Lots of cool things going on actually. And so I'm gonna go over how to build him today. Yeah, I think the colors work quite well actually. I think the grays, the silvers, the blacks, and everything really complement a lot of what Hound has going on. And so yeah, he looks good. I think he looks good. These are a little bit loose. I could have tightened them by putting some pieces of paper in there, but I was like, whatever, and decided not to do it. I really like the shoulder cannons. Yeah, what's really interesting is they kind of only fit at one angle because there's like ridges around the cylinder, and so you got to use the part that has the most clearance. And so I thought that's kind of cool. Figure that stuff out. But yeah, let's go into it. I mean, some of these some aspects of this build I've utilized before, like these kind of shoulder things and like these missiles hanging off the side, but there are some new bits too. Yeah. So let's start with the easy peasy. And those are just the shoulder parts. He looks wild like this too, It looks like he's like, like putting on the armor and stuff. Like he has the Iron Man boots on or something. That's kind of cool. Let's put it to the side for a second. And if we just look at this is basically the slammer body. Right, with that little connecting piece kind of extended down. And then we have the, the chainsaw bit plugged in. And then on the back, we have the waist, the entire waist section plugged in right over here. That extends up, and it plugs into the back of the foot, or it's technically the bottom of the foot, but because you can like open it, and once you open that part up, there's another female port inside there. There's a hole, and then you just plug in one of the shoulder bits to create these extra missiles. So missiles, nice. Same thing over here. So it's a set. Pretty easy to understand, right? Comprende, Nintendo. Cool. Okay. Get this guy in focus, Danielson. Like I said, you see how that cylinder is blurry? You see how that cylinder basically has like different ridges and stuff, and so you want to use the one that has no ridge on it, and then it's a nice snug fit in there. This is Hound's gun, by the way, combined, and it's just kind of hanging out on his back, and I think that's fine. Then we have these over here on the shoulders. In terms of the feet, my favorite part of the build, which is really blurry right now. See, if I had better light, I wouldn't have to use the manual lighting and stuff, and it would just autofocus, but I do not have better light. But whatever, dude. I'm thankful for what I have, especially, I didn't create the setup. I'm at work, because at home, I have abysmal light setup, because my place is so dark. And yeah, that's how it is in the biz. How does this go over here? Okay, so this back part, I'm just going to take off the entire bit. Okay. This back part just plugs into the fist over here. It doesn't like really adhere to the leg or anything like that. Everything is done by this peg right here. That's the magic. So that's the forearm plugged in here, and that's a shoulder plugged in here. And then you can see that's the foot that's angled like this. Now what's going to happen is you are going to just plug that into the underside of the foot. Then you're going to fold that down over here in the front, and then you're just going to fold that in like that. I think that's really neat. And over here on the kneecap, you just have the other set of forearms, and that's it. That is it. Yeah, I really like that a lot, actually. Same thing over here. This forearm plugged in, shoulder bit, and extends out. Because, you know, the forearm can create the two male ports coming out. So one over here, one over here. And then you plug that in, bend that up. And you have this piece, the back part, plugged into the fist. And then you just do that. And then we can do the... That's like the sound of like steam and like yeah, steam. I think it's mostly steam. And like machinery coming together. Let me just let me just put him back there. And there's our fry guy, guys and gals. You like that? You like that? I think it's cool. I think it's cool. Because I was kind of in this mood and working with this guy, I created, I used the DeLorean, what's his name? Gigawatt? Something like that. Yeah, I think it's Gigawatt. I used that guy also with Slammer, and I'm going to show that to you guys. I don't know, maybe right away, maybe a little bit later. But he utilizes some similar tech on him, and yeah, you'll be able to see. But anyway, neither here nor there for now. Until next time, gang, hasta la pasta. Okay, adioskis, broskis, and sisterskis, and kaperskis. Okay, y'all take care. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.